Punk Revolution! Hey everybody, today we're going to be reviewing Loathe's newest album. I let it in and it took everything. Wow, that is a, it's gonna get dark in here with this freaking metalcore album that's gonna get inside and take everything. This is a pretty cool band. They're from the UK. This is their second album. They've been around since 2014. A very versatile album, taking in really interesting elements of metalcore and shoegaze and djent and so on and so forth. Very cool stuff. So let's start by taking a look at the album cover. This is a very post-hardcore album cover, very moody, very edgy. Kind of reminds me of like maybe like an Envy album cover or something. Just it's freaking post-hardcore. It's a great cover. Love it so much. Mwah. So, besides the cover, which is pretty cool, this is what's going on here. So Loathe, like I said, they're bringing in some really interesting elements together in one album, from freaking metalcore to shoegaze, which is something you don't really hear combined too often in music at all. I can't think of very many albums that really bring it together. But what's so interesting is this album alone has songs like Two-Way Mirror that's like literally only just a shoegaze song. And then there's songs like Gourd, which is only just as the most aggressive metalcore they could possibly produce. Like it's literally just like two extremes in one album. You don't see that often. I thought that was interesting. Thought it was worth reviewing for that reason. Unique stuff. And they're really good at both, okay? I think some people are gonna love the shoegaze on this album and maybe hate the metalcore just because the shoegaze is good enough. And there's gonna be people who love the metalcore and hate the shoegaze just because the metalcore is good enough that no matter what audience you are, you're gonna like it. And within the freaking, shoegaze, because this album is ultimately produced like a metal album, the metal production sort of kind of makes the shoegaze almost have like an atmospheric post-metal feel to it, which is pretty cool. And then there's a lot of cool post-production elements in the metalcore sections and that are real, just kind of experimental, make the heaviness and the aggressiveness of the metalcore tracks go to the next level, like in the song Gourd, my favorite track on this album. Just fucking the vocals are just like stretched out in a really bizarre but a really aggressive, cool way. Personally, I'm gonna be honest with you folks, I prefer the metalcore in this album over the shoegaze. So I kind of wish that they just made a only metalcore album, because sometimes I don't even like the shoegaze because I just like the metalcore so much. But the shoegaze is good too, and it kind of makes them unique. So it's kind of like their biggest, the best part of this band, which is them being so versatile, is almost like their flaw, because it almost kind of makes it a little bit like not the most cohesive album, and sometimes I just want to listen to the metalcore. But they kind of do a good job gluing together this aggressive metalcore with the more gentle shoegaze with kind of like a middle ground sound, which is almost like a, melodic, big chords. The obvious comparison would be Deftones with the "We will," the more melodic sections. It's all, folks, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's all corny stuff, okay? Metalcore with freaking Deftones influence, and then freaking shoegaze. It's corny, okay? And then the djent, I fucking love djent, the fucking chugging away at the heavy-ass chords. It's all corny stuff. It's corny as fuck, but I love corny. I do love it, okay? So this album has a problem. Not the most cohesive album, just so many sounds going on at once. So maybe this album's a little bit too long. I like the metalcore more than I like the shoegaze, although that's kind of subjective because the shoegaze is done well too. I don't fucking know, folks. It's cool though. I've listened to this album a lot. I like it. So I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I don't know, man. Keep your eye on this band. Like, I would totally see this band live. They kind of rip. Folks, it's a good, go check it out. If you're interested in any of that crap, go check it out. I'm going to give it, like I said, 8 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching. Punk Revolution now. I'm going to go listen to djent, which is corny, but I like corny. So Punk Revolution now.